Back at it again. Let's get right into something real quick. Let's get right into this. You know, people are funny. People, and what I mean by people are funny, people are complicated. When people complain to you all the time about how broke they are, you know, how high their bills are, and, you know, they can see no way out of their situation. And then you try to help and offer ideas. And for them, it goes in one ear and out of the other. What are you left to do? What you, as a person that's trying to listen, or, you know, that you're the one that people are complaining to. Meanwhile, you have your own, you know, your own affairs that you have to deal with on a day-to-day. They're not going to help you with that, but that's neither here nor there. You're here to try to help your friend or your friends who are broke, consistently broke, and make excuses as to why they remain broke and how they're not going to, well, not really how they're not going to, because they don't say that they're not going to. Their actions show you that they're not going to improve their situation. Some people rather live in their own drama. When you present solutions and you find yourself talking to yourself because the solutions are not well received by the people who you're trying to help, then that, for me, well, lets me know a couple things. But the first thing that it lets me know is that, you know, the person who's complaining to you doesn't really have, maybe, and I might say, I could be wrong, but they need help more than you can provide. And if you're striving to do the best that you can do to improve yourself, and your friend isn't, that can create an imbalance. You know, that's something you as a person have to sort of evaluate, you know, and kind of like measure to see if these are attachments that are worth keeping. A year from now, do you still want to engage in the same conversation with your friend about being broke? Do you want to complain about having the same bills a year from now and how you're still unable to pay them when you're trying your best? You're giving you're doing the best that you can as a person on your end to achieve goals, whatever level, to achieve your dreams on whatever level. It becomes difficult. It becomes difficult to sort of like try to help your friends out who are not helping themselves. You know, it lends, you know, you start to think about, well, at least I start to think about things like, well, what type of friendship is this? You got to think. You have to really wonder what type of friendship, you know, does one have where it's constantly almost one side. It's two-sided. One side you're getting negativity, and the other side you're trying to balance out that negativity with bringing positive energy. You know, you're not trying to wallow in misery. You want to help your friend. You may have a lead to give to your friend for, you know, a place that's hiring, right? Jobs. And when your friend deflects or rejects the thought of working or doesn't use the information that you gave them to help improve their situation so that they don't have to really struggle as hard, or so they could have one less worry, because they'll be earning, not only earning income, but more income, and they choose to ignore that, then you might want to, you know, really rethink about what type of friendship that is. Because when you want to become successful, that's a feeling that's contagious. Just like a lot of people always say misery loves company. Well, I firmly believe success loves company too, right? Like minds think alike, right? So if you're striving, fully motivated to work with the resources you have right now, I'm not talking about having a bunch of money. I'm talking about you applying yourself. You're your biggest resource. Your mind is your greatest resource. Once you're able to think about what it is that you want to achieve, and you make a plan to act upon that goal, you'll start to see almost like the results of your efforts manifest in different ways. The obverse is also true, right? If you decide to not do anything or to embrace defeat, your life will reflect that. Your life will reflect being defeated. If you remain broke, is because it may have something to do with you being broken internally. You're disempowered. Okay? I'm not saying these things to offend or to hurl insults. That's not the purpose of what I'm talking about. Think about what it is you want to achieve and act upon it. Think about what it is that you want to accomplish and act upon it. Many of us are conditioned to do the opposite by way of striving for what's best for us because of different conditions, different socioeconomic conditions that don't allow us to reach our goals. Or it's not necessarily that they don't allow us, they present blockages. We're influenced by many different factors, right? So, and there's a lot of variables in what I'm saying is not to confuse anyone. What I'm saying is simply this. Once you're able to change your mind on what it is that you want to accomplish, or actually have a thought, this is your goal. This is what I want. I need to achieve financial independence. I need to reduce debts. I want to become wealthy. I want to be able to create a business. Whatever it is. There's a certain magic because that is created because your life instantly change. Your thought patterns instantly change because you begin to feel different about yourself. Once you say, you know what, I have a goal and I want to reach it, your breathing pattern instantly changes. You're able to feel, you're building your self-worth internally, automatically, with the change of a thought. So imagine you achieving your goals from the thought to completion, to where you have tangible results of what was once something that was just in the thin air, that became something tangible. You will feel good about yourself. Hopefully, your friends who might be internally broken can be affected by those actions in a positive way so that those broken pieces can be mended and they can feel good about themselves because they'll think of thoughts that will heal their broken wounds and help them strive to reach their highest levels. And these things can be duplicated and multiplied to where now you have a group of folks who are creating and effecting positive change in their own communities. Because to think of being defeated is almost like an illness. Do not embrace illness. Do not embrace self-destruction. Do not engage in activities that take away from your greater self, that take away from what you are meant to be. We have a function, we have different purpose, we have the ability to discern and make decisions and rationalize. Why not use these resources to help us, to provide us with opportunities that'll help others build themselves up as well. Something to think about. Be well, everybody. Take care.